It's science.
All right, this is your host here, Justin Romero with CBG Radio, and we're going to skip the sponsors today because we have a super special guest on today. It's his second time on the podcast. His name is Sam Kwant. Sam, dude, what's up?
Hey, man, nothing much. How you doing?
Well, first off, congratulations on placing top 5 in the CrossFit Games online qualifier portion.
Hey, thank you. Stage 1, done.
Stage 1, check mark. And now we're on to stage 2. And I think, you've improved every year. And this year, finally, the stars aligned. How did you feel overall, going into it? Did you feel better than other years? What were some of the things that you felt like your body was, telling you throughout the, leading up to it and stuff?
Oh, yeah, I definitely felt more prepared. I mean, there's, a lot of reasons in the past year as well. Stuff didn't go my way, whatever. With preparation wise, but this year definitely I had a full good year of training and had a really good coach I was working with, and everything went good and felt really good training wise leading up to it. So there was no reason why it shouldn't have gone good, kind of a deal. Yeah.
I know you had the knee injury a couple of years ago, and you obviously were recovering from that still last year when you got 13th. Do you feel like last year it still kind of was not something that bothered you, but did it hold you back any? Or were you finally just really able to get that full year in this year?
Yeah, so I might as well tell the whole story then.
Yeah.
So 2016, my rookie year at the games, everything felt good. No injuries or anything like that. And I placed 16th, which I was super happy with. Going to 2017, I got super fit. And then I hurt my knee right before regionals, made it through regionals, got second place. And then the training for the games was just really tough because of my knee. And then didn't do too well at the 2017 games, got surgery, and then, missed 2018. And I would say leading up to the Open in 2019, I only had maybe 3 solid months of training. And so I would say leading up to 2019 games, I only had 6 months of actual solid training. And at the games, it didn't bug me at all, but I knew I didn't have a whole year of training or whatever compared to this year, what I just did.
Yeah.
So if that all makes sense, that's kind of how it went down. And then this year had a full year of training, so I was ready.
I think that's key. I mean, if you can go the whole year and constantly being able to progress yourself without any setbacks, any type of nagging injuries or other injuries, I think that's a good year, man. You set it up this year. You stayed healthy, and here you are. You're not the dark horse anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know we talked about this a little bit last time. I called it before Tommy Marquez about this. I said that you're the dark horse, which for those of you that don't know, the dark horse is somebody that is extremely, extremely talented in any sport. It could be in mixed martial arts or baseball that no one really has their eye on. They haven't caught the attention of anyone yet, but they're better than anyone ever anticipated, almost like an underdog in a sense. And, we talked about this last time. I said you were the dark horse of the men's division, and that was blasted a couple months later. And sure enough, we proved that was right. You went into the games and it was top 5 or bust.
Yes, sir.
So you made it happen.
Hey, you were right on.
There we go, man. It's pretty apparent from not a competitor standpoint to look in at some of the athletes and see, what the fitness level is and what people's capabilities are. And we believed in you from the beginning that you could do it. And when you have a team around you that believes in you, really powerful things can happen, So.
Hey, yeah, definitely appreciate that for sure.
Yeah, man, absolutely. And I know that we have changed up a decent amount with your nutrition because obviously as we're tinkering between the Open and the games, there are some different goal setting in there. And finding for athletes, there are 2 things that seem to be important, in my opinion, in working with higher level CrossFit athletes specifically. Is 1, what is the best body weight to performance ratio? So that's the body weight that your body performs optimally at. So that includes all modalities like gymnastics, weightlifting, conditioning, all of it kind of pushed together. Like, if we just wanted to optimize gymnastics, then we would have you at 160 pounds, right? And if we were trying to optimize weightlifting, we'd have you at 260,
Yeah.
But if we're trying, if we're trying to optimize all of it, we have to sort of
find that happy medium.
Exactly. And that's really, we did a lot of things with that, like figuring out what the optimal body weight was for you. Yep. Then it was really about, the second thing is really about recovery and making sure that athletes are eating enough. Most athletes aren't eating enough in terms of calories and specifically carbohydrates, which is the primary fuel source that, people are using in some of these workouts. So what was your nutrition like leading up to the games? And then I know that I was collaborating with you directly between events to make sure that you were getting the proper fuel that you need.
Yep.
What did some of that look like?
I mean, most of it was pretty boring, I would say. It was chicken, a lot of white rice, leafy vegetables, and like some carrots, and some oatmeal, some like pecans, and pumpkin seeds.
Dude, it's pecans.
Pecans. No, it's pecans, dude. Pecans? Is it actually?
No, it's both. I think people say it both ways.
Geez, okay.
So you can say it that way.
Okay, yeah,
pecans.
It's pecans. I like that better.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of different fuel substrates. I know, like, the pecans we tried to keep, like, early in the morning, like, before we had several hours for events. And then later on in the afternoon, we want to keep fat away from those workout times. We don't want to disrupt digestion,
Yep, just in the morning, a little tiny bit of fat, and then at night was a decent amount of fat.
Yeah, absolutely.
And not really anything else during the day.
Yeah, makes total sense.
Except lots of carbs.
Lots of carbs, right? Oatmeal, rice, like you said, yeah.
Oatmeal and rice. That's my main source, oatmeal and rice.
Yeah.
And like some noodle rice things.
Yeah, just some white, like starchy, fast digesting carbs. What about your shakes? What were you like doing for your shakes and stuff?
Just protein.
Nice.
Straight up protein, yep.
Yeah, protein. And you're getting your carbs from actual food sources as opposed to like a dextrose.
Oh, I put a little bit of carb powder in there too, sorry.
Yeah.
I have carb powder in there too.
I thought so. I didn't want
to... 90 grams of carb powder between events. That's what I would have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at least leading up to the games, I had you on close to almost 650 grams of carbs a day.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, like, the challenge becomes when you have so many events like that is really trying to get in enough food because your body's not really thinking about digesting food. You know, like it's basically, it just got attacked by a bear. Like after you've done 1K, it doesn't know the difference between you being attacked by a bear and rowing a 1K for time. It just knows that your senses are extremely heightened and it's not processed food. So it becomes extremely difficult, which is why you need like simple carbs like the powders, dextrose powders, white rice and stuff.
Nothing too crazy at all.
Yeah, bland.
So we can digest. Dude, I'm not going to lie, that row wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And I went hard on that thing.
It was, dude, I was chatting with somebody online about this. I was like trolling one day.
Yeah.
You know, some days I just get on. I'm just trolling people.
On your actual personal Instagram?
No, on CBG.
Okay,
I troll from both, dude. I don't care.
I like it. That's great.
I was on there and somebody was talking to me about it and we were like going back and forth about what the times were going to be.
Yeah.
And I said only a few guys would get sub 3. And it actually, surprisingly, it ended up being a lot more than I thought. Like even some smaller guys were,
Wasn't it probably like the top 20 were under 3 or no?
I don't know the actual scores, but it was a lot more than I thought.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
I kind of figured going into it, I mean, I had a bad event before that, and so I was going to send it either way, but I figured that people would be a little scared of that like 130 mark and not try to stay under it. And I talked with my coach and we kind of had a plan, like come out really hot in the first 200 and then like settle into like 127 to 129 and then really kick it on the last 30. So, I mean, my average out was per 500 was 126.3. And let's see, the first like 200 were fast and the last like 250. But I never saw that. Like I probably was like a 129 for the rest, but just like the really fast start and the really fast end bumped my average way down, and it was pretty sweet. I was pretty surprised by my time. I was super stoked.
Yeah.
It's been like 4 years since I rode a 1K, and I want to say it was like a 3:11 or something like that.
Yeah, it's definitely not something you want to do every week in your training.
No, I know. I told my coach after that, I was like, I don't think I can beat that. Let's not do that again. Let's don't program that for a couple more years at least.
Yeah.
Not until I need to, at least.
Yeah, it's super neurologically demanding, for an athlete, especially an athlete that could push it to the intensity that you can. It's extremely neurologically demanding,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
The friendly Fran, dude, I've seen athletes go out on that workout like, oh man. And I looked at a number of different videos that like people posted online. And I don't know what your strategy was, but the only person that actually came even close to keeping their pace was Matt Frazier.
Yeah.
Everyone else completely died.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely died off. I think I did my first round at like a 105, and then I kept the thrusters unbroken, but my thrusters just kind of got slow, and my pull-ups had to break. But I watched some videos, like I watched Brent do it, and he like was super fast in the first 2 rounds. Like I think he was under I thought he was like a 220, and then he ended up with like a 5 something because he just died. Died so hard in the last round. Like redlined hard. A couple of people like redlined super hard in the last round.
Yeah.
It was gnarly.
Yeah, that's a super neurologically demanding workout as well. I've seen Amanda Barnhart doing some singles on hers.
Yeah, I saw Brent do a bunch of singles too.
Yeah, I think
it was nuts.
Yeah, I think that was just like the entry into the games. Like you want to suffer real hard, but
I'm glad we started with that and didn't finish with that though, honestly.
Oh yeah, that would have been seriously brutal to finish with that workout.
Yeah, no thank you.
Yeah. So what were some of the other? So I know like I FaceTimed you briefly for a little bit and in between events, but I know that you were super nervous about the handstand hold, and I was like,
yeah,
dude, everybody's nervous about that. Like you got this. Like go take care of it. Like you ended up getting a pretty good finish in that.
Freaking yeah, I got 3rd place on that.
Yeah. Were you like spinning around the whole time? Like what was your
dude, yeah, so going into it I had never really done anything like that. I mean, every once in a while my coach he doesn't actually, my coach programs a decent amount, like accumulate like 20 seconds freestanding. But I never felt like I was that good at it. I mean, I could do it, but I was walking all over the place. So going into it, I'm like, dang, these dudes, I've watched them. I've saw like Instagram stories or whatever when it got announced that people holding it for like 2 minutes or whatever. But then whatever, going into it, so we had like 20 minutes. I took like I think 4 like really good attempts. One was around like 40 seconds, and then like a 116, and then like another like 115, and then like a 40 second. And then I thought I would have to get at least like 130 to get like top 15. And so I kicked up with like when it was like 18-15 and just held it for whatever 132. And I was like, oh, when I was done with that, I'm like, I hope that's like top 15, because I had no idea.
Yeah, you can't.
And shoot, when the leaderboard showed up, I got 3rd. I'm like, what the heck? I was super stoked with that. Like 5 seconds off winning it or whatever. I couldn't believe it. I was super stoked. That was like the biggest surprise of the whole weekend, because that was like the one I was like, I'm going to have to, that's going to be such bad damage control. But apparently everyone else wasn't too good. And actually, that last attempt, I didn't really walk around much. I would say I had a solid like 50 plus seconds of not moving.
Not moving, yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I had like some weird scorpion thing going on. Like my heels were like touching my butt, and I think my hamstring started cramping on one. It was, my forearms were burning too real bad trying to
grip the ground.
Push.
Yeah,
it was good. Yeah, I was. That wasn't a hard workout, but it was definitely like stressful.
No, I can imagine for all the events, not just that one. Like not knowing anyone else's scores must have been.
That was the worst part.
Yeah,
by far.
I mean,
the most stressful part.
For you though, like you've been training alone, which is like absolutely insane. Like I don't even know how you figured out that you were good at CrossFit. Cause like,
oh, dude, I mean, I train with a bunch of people, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
But like before you trained with James and some of those other guys, like at the very beginning, like you were training a lot in your garage and stuff. And like for me, like when I was doing CrossFit, I was like, okay, like I'm at the gym and I'm going to beat this guy. That means I'm this good, like this is what, but for you, like you were,
that's kind of how it started out. And then just started trying to beat more people, and then eventually trained with Cole every once in a while, trying to beat him, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you got some good guys that you train with now. Some of
Yeah, no, definitely.
the young bloods, man.
Dude, the couple teen guys. Even I train with my brother-in-law a little bit, and just like running workouts. He's just like he's a freak at running, so I'm just trying to keep up with him. And then when I got the teen athletes, James and Tudor, dude, they're both really fit, like really fit, and they beat me a handful of times. It's really good. It's a good push for sure. So
Yeah.
people better watch out for them in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I better watch out for them in the next couple of years. Can't be letting them beat me.
Yeah, well, it's good you got them like in your, your vision there,
Oh,
training with you.
definitely. Actually, the one James, he was gonna start rowing for UW, but then I mean the whole pandemic thing happened, so he helped me out with that 1K a little bit.
That's
That was
good.
great.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to get some
Yeah.
advice from some different people and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I spoke with him recently. He's gonna do the nutrition with us. He says
Yeah.
he wants to eat like the champ, man. He wants
Hey,
to
heck
eat
yeah.
like you. So we
Get
gotta
him
get
on
him
that
right.
grind.
Yeah,
Yeah, get him on that grind, dude.
yeah. So that's pretty cool. And the handstand event was awesome. When I seen the scores come out,
Hmm.
that was pretty amazing. The other big highlight of the weekend was the front squat, dude. Like 14-pound PR on your front squat.
Yeah. Hey, that's that dad strength starting to kick in, I guess.
That dad strength for sure. Was
Yeah.
your son able to watch a lot of the
Oh
events?
yeah, he
and
was
stuff?
there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
awesome.
he just likes to track whatever's moving, so he was watching that.
Yeah.
I think he was asleep for a bunch of the events. Even with a bunch of the yelling, he stayed asleep.
Oh
Maybe
man.
maybe he was awake. I did better. I don't know. And that was kind of the one nice thing that happened for the whole games being online. His wife and the baby would be there and stuff. It was good.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. It looks like you had a good support system there with you, which I'm sure helps a tremendous
Oh yeah, it
amount.
was great.
Yeah.
It was a great weekend with everyone there. Everyone trained with me and in-laws and everything. It was a good time for sure. I really enjoyed myself.
I was like, man, I wish I could be there. Like, why?
Yeah, dude, that would have been sick.
I was
That
like,
would have been sweet for
why
sure.
aren't there? That sucks. But I was looking at the videos, I'm like, I should be there.
Yeah, dude, you should have came
Yeah, next time. Yeah, well,
next time, definitely.
speaking of that, dude, I think there, if the possibility presents itself, we could see each other in Aromas. And as that goes, I want to know a little bit more about what's it going to take for you to podium at Aromas and hell, beat Matt Frazier, man. What's it going to take over these next like
Man,
month?
to beat Matt Frazier, I don't know what you could do to beat Matt Frazier, but it's training wise to get on the podium, I think I talked to my coach like an hour ago. We're gonna pretty much start doing what we were doing before it got announced to be online, swimming and kind of getting ready for Aromas, because there's a lot of different things he could do: trail running, mountain biking, even like with it just being 5 men and 5 women. I think they could do a lot more things, more technical movements, like some ring handstand push-ups again.
Yeah.
Who knows? I think they could definitely make it
Yeah.
a lot more interesting with maybe even, like more technical movements. Dude, who knows? There's all kinds of options with this little amount of people.
Yeah. I agree. I think that with the 5 athletes there only, you're going to see some stuff you've never seen before.
I am all about that.
I truly believe it. And some things we've seen in the past may come back. I think you may see the hay again. You may see the pig again.
Ooh,
yeah.
I didn't think about the pig. Yeah, heck yeah.
Pegboards, sled pushes.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Strict ring muscle ups. We didn't see a lot of the really higher level gymnastics movements, parallel handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
Seeing the deficit, but I think there are some other gymnastics stuff for sure that you'll have to definitely kick it into gear this next month or so. Make sure you're ready to go.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we're definitely doing that. And 100%, there's got to be like a ruck run there at the ranch,
Yeah.
Got to be.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they're going to do a lot of monostructural based things outside the box. Like you mentioned, the ruck run, and then you have swimming. You have paddle boarding. Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable what they could do out there.
Oh, so many options.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff, man. It's hard to prepare for all of it. So
yeah, let's be as prepared as we can for the next couple of weeks.
That's it. Well, I think that for sure there's a huge opportunity for you here. This is your best games finish, period. Even if you go, that just the fact that you're going there, you're guaranteed 5th place and $35,000. I mean, that's what 5th place is. 4th place is $50K. 3rd place is $75,000.
Yep.
2nd place is $115,000, and then $300K is
for
first place, you know?
And that doesn't count for all the event finishes, top 3 that we're going to be getting.
Top 3, yeah.
With who knows, I mean, it's just 5 people, man, and top 3 of every event's getting paid out, so
yeah,
there's definitely going to be some top 3 finishes in there.
I think it's like 1.8 million they're giving out total or something similar to that. So
yeah.
They're getting it together, man. I know we talked last time on a podcast about how athletes can really start to get paid in this sport. I think that if they want the competitive side of the sport to continue to grow, they got to do things like this. They got to pay out athletes. They have to provide, health insurance, even 401ks, some other things down the line that are going to help bolster you guys' careers, because, everybody's not going to stop doing CrossFit and find another career within the CrossFit community that they're inherently going to be good at.
Mm-hmm.
If you can build yourself a career as an athlete and then utilize that to potentially branch off to do other business ventures, I think that's what you guys deserve. I mean, you guys train like pro athletes,
Yeah, no, definitely. I agree with you for sure.
Yeah. So it's good, man. I think that, there's a huge money incentive there. Obviously, we know that that's a great thing, but at the end of the day, like, that's not what you've been training for. It hasn't been since you were young and doing this, right?
Oh, definitely not.
Yep. I think that you can go there and win it. Come on, man. Matt's old. He's getting up there. I mean, you're young. You're a young buck, dude. You're going to recover better than he is. And, I think.
How old even is he?
Older than you. That's all I know.
Well, yeah, I do know that. That's for sure. Yeah. I think he's at least 30, I think, actually.
I think so. I think he's 30 something.
Just give us a bunch of rowing.
Yeah, that'll work. That would work.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
It really sucked on our end too for the viewers to like try to piece by piece everybody's performances and not be able to see anybody live. I know it probably stunk a lot more for you guys, like actually sitting there like wondering like, oh,
we found out when everyone else did.
Yeah, at the same time.
I mean, I guess that makes sense because we would have anyway, but
yeah,
I know. I was sitting, when I got done with my last event, I had to wait like 2 hours or whatever to find out the final leaderboard.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we would wait quite a while.
Yeah. I know that they spoke with the athletes prior to the online format, like about equipment, like, do you have a track and do you have some of these other things? So like, where's your mind kind of like going rampant trying to figure out like what they were going to throw at you, or like did you start trying to prepare for different stuff? Like what was that like?
Definitely. I mean, pretty much it was very minimal. It was like a barbell with like whatever they said, like a max lift, and then they said a GHD, and then a wall for handstand push-ups, a jump rope, and then a place you could run like 250 out, 250 back. So I mean that eliminated a lot of stuff like ring muscle ups, a bunch of different things. So, I mean, definitely practice the running distance at 500 meters as much as we could, and then hit some more GHDs and we were working a lot of ring muscle ups and kind of stopped working on those. I mean, we're going to start hitting them again. But the only sucky part is for like a week before the games, the wildfire stuff going on in Oregon, it just made the air here just crap.
Yeah.
So I was trying to stay inside as much as I could, so just running on that true form.
Yeah, I know you mentioned that to me a couple of weeks prior, that you could tell like the way that you were breathing when you go outside because of the wildfires in California drifting over.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting.
Yeah. Did you feel it at all?
Cleared up.
It was clear?
Air cleared up the morning of the track workout, so thank you, Lord. It was...
What?
That was super nice.
That is lucky, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know you said the air was like thick.
It was bad, yeah. I mean, I had hit a track workout like the day or whatever it happened and the week before, and it was pretty hard to breathe. It was weird, getting like sore throats and stuff from it. So just tried to stay inside as much as you could.
Yeah, that's crazy. The events on day one were like short, like neurologically demanding, and then day two,
they're all fast.
Yeah, dude, day two was like the opposite. What were some of your thoughts about some of the day two workouts and how you performed, like where you think you need to make improvements and stuff like that?
The day two, I mean, I knew day two would be better, but I was super nervous going in because I thought day two would be better, but then that handstand hold, I thought that was just going to be just really bad for me. But obviously I did way better on day two. Overall, I was pretty happy with the events on day two. I went out a little too hard on the overhead squat one, so I died off pretty bad, but I mean, I held on and got like 8th or something in it. So it was good enough. Day 1, I mean, I was happy with my row, happy with my front squat. Handstand push-ups are always a weakness. I mean, not that I haven't been working on them, but I was not happy at all with how the handstand push-up one went.
That's the Diane thrust. It was
the Diane one. Yeah, that was my worst finish. Freaking 25th. So just keep grinding on those handstand push-ups.
Yeah, you got to keep doing it. That was 3 rounds, 15 deadlifts at 315 and
315, and then 15 strict deficit handstand push-ups.
3.5-inch deficit, right?
3.5-inch deficit. Yep.
Yeah, that's a tough one. For sure. How'd you break up the handstand push-ups throughout the?
First round I went 10 and then 5. Second round I went 6, 5, 3, 2. Oh, sorry, 6, 4, 3, 2, and then like 5, 3, 2, and then like another 2, and then some singles to finish it up, something like that.
Yeah. And the deadlifts were no problem.
I broke the deadlifts on round 2 and 3 just to give myself a little more time for handstand push-ups.
Yeah.
I did like 10, 5 in the last 2, but I was pretty bummed how that went. But it is what it is. And I mean, obviously that front squat I was super stoked with. PR, you can't really complain about that. And then the very first event, I thought I did all right, but I mean, getting an 18th place I was not happy about that. I had a little bit of trouble. I had to do my thrusters a little bit differently than I normally do because my judge was saying I wasn't locking out. So definitely it took a little more time on that, and I got a couple no reps, but my thruster speed was just a little slow.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what screwed me a little bit on it. So, I mean, that's my own fault for if I was training them wrong for no reps, so I just got to work on that,
Yeah, I got to make sure you head through, lock out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, the standards are good, though. Fault. I mean, that's that you adhere to the standards. You had a level 1 judge there, so they flew all the judges out, right?
He actually lives like an hour and a half away, so he just drove, and then the CrossFit set him up in a hotel.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so he
was a cool dude. Yeah, it was a good time with him.
Nice, yeah. Everybody had their own judge from CrossFit HQ that was affiliated with that, so that was good there. How the last event, so event 7, so this was a nail biter. This is where everybody was waiting to like see who actually was going to go and stuff, and you had to do enough because you were in 4th.
Yep.
Prior to that event, and you ended up finishing 4th overall.
Yep.
Did you know, like, when the workout, like, did you feel real confident when the workout ended? And tell us what the workout was, too, so that everybody...
Yeah. So the workout was 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 of drag rope double unders, which is really thick rope, and then GHD sit-ups, and then 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 power cleans at 275. I had been working on the drag rope a little bit for the past couple months, so I was pretty confident on that drag rope. The GHDs, I mean, I've been working on that too, so I was pretty confident on drag rope and the GHDs, and I'm good at power cleans. So going in that workout, I was looking forward to it, even when it got announced. And then during it and after, I was pretty confident with how I finished. I thought it would be like a top 5, but I was actually a little surprised when I got like 7th on it. I thought it did even better than that, but I mean, I did enough and felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I would have done bad on that one and waiting like 2 hours to see the final leaderboard, it would have been way more nerve-wracking.
Oh, dude, definitely. I'd have been freaking out.
Yeah. It was a fun workout. Definitely hurt, but it was pretty fun.
Yeah. I think the leaderboard changed so much throughout the competition. Like, there were women at the bottom that, ended up at the top.
Like Katrin or whatever.
Yeah, Katrin went X Games mode.
Shoot, no. Dude, she won like 2 events in a row.
Yeah.
Do you know those like... What I thought was the most impressive is like the gals' handstand hold compared to the dudes.
Oh, I knew they were going to hold longer than you guys.
Did you?
Yeah.
Dude, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because they're like true, some of them have like real big time gymnast backgrounds, like Carrie Pierce and Katrin.
Shoot.
So I thought that would be the case. I thought that it was possible for some of the women to get close to like the 4-minute mark.
Jeez, really?
That's what I thought.
Man, but when I saw that 254 or whatever, I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, I was a little bit too confident in the women, but
what do you think the dudes were going to get?
Half that.
Okay.
4 minutes.
So you knew.
Women, 2 minutes, men. I thought that would be the case. And then obviously some of the other events like the 1K and things like that favor the men, but yeah.
No, I thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
I was impressed by that.
Yeah, I think,
sure.
Dude, they might continue with the girl workout theme though. Like they have a lot of like girl workouts. Like
Oh yeah. Okay, that's what you
yeah,
mean. That's
sorry.
what you
I
mean.
know
Yeah,
we
yeah.
were just talking about girls, but
I was
like
like, what?
no, like like the female workouts, you know, like
It's like
Cindy.
Barbara. They have
And
all
yeah,
kinds
they
of
have so
ones.
many different ones, dude. If they continue with that theme and just make them harder, I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that'd be pretty gnarly.
it's a
Just give us another round of heavy DT or something.
dude. Remember when you did that double DT your
Oh
rookie
heck yeah,
year?
of course. Yeah, heck yeah.
Did you win that
Couldn't forget
event
that one.
or?
Yeah, I won that event.
Dude, that's awesome.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought you won it.
yeah, I did.
Yeah, rookie year event win.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
The
but
name workout.
you were pretty consistent across the board, as you normally are the last couple years at the games.
Yep.
You know.
Just got to keep getting those consistent finishes a little lower.
Yeah, yeah. Get higher up, and it's going to be important for the games in about a month here that you get a couple event wins here, and
Oh, definitely, definitely.
hopefully, man, we're going to see you on the podium. We're going to get you
Yes, sir.
where you belong. So.
There's no reason not to.
I agree fully, man.
Yep.
Well, look, I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. It's always good to catch up and talk to you. We're obviously talking behind the scenes all the time, but we had to give the fans what they want. They wanted to know about your games experience, and they wanted to learn a little bit about the dark horse that's no more, man. So,
yes, sir. Hey, I had a good time.
Awesome, dude. We'll chat soon, and let people know where they can find you, Sam, before you head out.
Find me at Samuel Kwant on Instagram or Facebook.
Samuel Kwant, that's it.
Yes, sir.
There he is. All right, man. Thanks so much, and we'll chat again soon.